As I indicated previously before in the part 1, there would be a part 2 as, I mean, do you really want to listen to me talk for a half an hour straight on one video? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed part 1, but here I am again with part 2 and I hope you enjoy it. So let's jump into the remaining NHL players that are my favorite from every team. Montreal Canadiens, I had Brendan Gallagher. I've always admired the way that he plays with such heart. He's a smaller player, but he really is feisty and he kind of makes up for it, in my opinion, in his grittiness, and he never lets up. This guy never lets up. He's a good pest. He plays a in-your-face type of game, and he's the heart of the Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion. A lot of Montreal fans have said that they could see Gallagher being a captain in the future, and I definitely think so. Would be well-deserved, for sure. Nashville Predators, I had Roman Josi. He's on one of the best D tandems in the league, in my opinion, with Ryan Ellis. He's also 10 days older than me, so I've always found that kind of neat. We're not that far apart in age at all, but I feel like he plays such a good game all around, but he's not one of those defensemen, in my opinion, that's so offensive that he can't play D as well. He plays such a good two-way game. I think that obviously he won the Norris, but it was for more than just his point totals as well. New Jersey Devils, I had Mackenzie Blackwood. I guess last season, for the most part, felt sorry for him because he, didn't have much help, really. I mean, he had Corey Schneider and he was, struggling, and he had Kincaid and he was dealt. So finally, this guy is getting some real help and veteran leadership in Corey Crawford, and I wish him all the best next season. New York Islanders, I had Andy Green. Right now he's unsigned, so I mean, he technically, I guess, isn't on the books right now. I always thought it was really neat how he just really worked his way up, and as an undrafted player, he obviously, really impressed Lou Lamoriello when he was playing under him in New Jersey, as, Lou kind of orchestrated, the deal that sent him over, but I was cheering for him in the playoffs. I don't really like the New York Islanders that much. No offense to Islanders fans, they're just not one of my favorite teams, but I do kind of have a little bit of a soft spot for this guy. He started really putting up points in the postseason, and I was cheering him on, believe it or not. I was kind of cheering the Islanders on there for a short amount of time, just because, similar to Gallagher, he's like a heart and soul player, and like a salt of the earth type of person, and also like a real hard worker, plays a blue collar game, and I really admire that, honestly. I feel like his hard work has gotten him where he is, not necessarily skill, but hard work, and to me, that's admirable as heck. New York Rangers, I had Igor Shesterkin. If you've followed me and followed my videos for a while, you'll know that I put up highlights of Shesterkin. I made some tributes and stuff, and I've really been following this guy ever since he was overseas in St. Petersburg. I thought that his game reminded me so much of Marc-Andre Fleury's that I just really wanted to follow him and kind of see, how he developed and really if he could make his way up. And obviously he has, and I was really excited. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that once he started his first NHL game, I was all on board, and I've kind of given him a little nickname. I've called him Baby Flower on social media, and because he just reminds me of Fleury so much with the aggressive game, the poke checks, the glove saves. He just makes it so exciting and so entertaining in that way. Ottawa Senators, I had Brady Tkachuk. He's another player that I just love to watch him make everyone mad, because he's so darn good at it. If you watch clips, he's always getting in somebody's grill in the crease, or making somebody take an egregious penalty. He's so good at it. He plays his heart out every game. He's a lot like his brother in that way, that they never let up. And I feel like he is, he's young, but like I said in my captain's video, that he's well deserving of the captaincy moving forward. Philadelphia Flyers, I had Kevin Hayes. Mainly, okay, so this is more of a personality one. This guy is so freaking funny. Like, seriously, he doesn't even try though. But I'm really glad that the Flyers decided to have him mic'd up, I believe, on a couple occasions. He's been on Spit and Chicklets, I believe, more than once. And this guy is he's the life of the party, I'm telling you.
Heads up, my big dumb animal. I suck.
He is obviously a good player as well. He gets a lot of good breakaway goals, a lot of goals that are exciting to watch, I think, on the highlight reels, but definitely more of a personality choice for the personality here. Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby, enough said, y'all know me. Moving on, y'all don't want to hear about that. San Jose Sharks, Thomas Hertl, this was another kind of personality one. This guy, he actually was on my HUD team last year, and I guess it became a little bit attached in that way too. But if you've watched him mic'd up, he's really funny. He's also, I mean, I think he's a great net front presence. He plays that style of game. He's like a power forward type. Anyways, St. Louis Blues, I had Colton Parayko. I mean, come on, guys. He's such a nice guy. Like, I had to pick this guy. I made a video about him. I think someone asked me to, and once I learned about his story, I really became interested in, I guess, his career moving forward and kind of following him a little bit. I found it really neat that he actually played college hockey in Alaska, because you don't hear about that a lot. I know Jamie Benn did. I believe Ben Bishop played in Maine, and like these kind of outlier schools that like aren't really kind of on the radar, but I always found it neat that he was able to excel there and just kind of took a little bit of a different route per se. He's also, like I said, he's a great person. I like him for that as well. I mean, they have a video of him literally folding towels on the bench. He cares so much about his teammates and just being a really good person. And I feel like more hockey players in general were like that. It would make the league a way better place, in my opinion.
This is unreal. Yes. Unreal. You're the best. You are the best. Unreal. Thanks for coming. We're so happy to have you.
Tampa Bay Lightning, I had Pat Maroon. To me, Pat Maroon is a heart and soul player as well, but he also has the ability to change the game by emotion. I think the little things that he does, he's able to rally the troops and get guys going by just being there. And I think that goes to show, I mean, he's been on 2 Stanley Cup winning teams, and just having him around and that influence is so crucial to success. And I feel like he's not the flashiest player out there, but he does the right things. He works super hard. He's a workhorse, and he's a big body, so he's perfect for, net front presence type of play, but definitely a good guy, obviously, to have on your team for momentum. Toronto Maple Leafs, I had Mitch Marner. I've always liked Mitch Marner. Just he's so funny, his personality, but he's also a lot of fun to watch out there. He's really good with dangling and getting around guys deking. I love to watch him in the shootout. It's just captivating how fast and quick he is. He's also really good at setting guys up, so he's a really good playmaker first and foremost, even though, he's sick at deking and dangling and those sorts of things, but great on the power play, setting things up, and playmaking as well. Vancouver Canucks, I had Bo Horvat. Kind of similar reason for choosing him to Andy Green. He's just like such a heart and soul type of player and like soul of the earth type of person. For a long time, I think basically since he joined the team, I think most people were kind of naturally looking towards him to be the next captain after the Sedins retired, because he just had that innate leadership ability and capability about him that it was just kind of like you just knew. You just kind of looked at him and observed, and you were just like, man, this guy's like captain material, like right off the bat. He's so good at doing the right things and leading by example, and I feel like that's why he was so deserving of the captaincy to begin with. Vegas Golden Knights, I had Marc-Andre Fleury. I mean, if you know me, you'll know that I'm a huge Flower fan from his days in Pittsburgh. He was always one of my favorite players on the team ever since I started watching the Penguins. But yeah, I could go on, but it's one of those things you probably already knew about me, so I'm gonna get on to the next one here. Washington Capitals, I had Nicholas Backstrom. I've always admired, in a way, like similarly to what I was saying about Draisaitl, is how Backstrom has been able to kind of just silently put up the point total by being just a great passing playmaker. He's not flashy at all. Ovechkin's, mainly the one that's getting most of the spotlight. I admire Backstrom for just his way of just kind of putting his head down and going to work. He's just been a solid all-around team player for a very long time, and I think he'll go down as one of the best passers to have ever played in the game. Winnipeg Jets, I had Mark Scheifele. I feel like that Mark Scheifele is just an all-around good hockey player on and off the ice. I mean, this guy doesn't even cuss, guys. He's a really good, I think, a role model, like, for kids. He's also, obviously a heck of a hockey player. I feel like that he's another one, like, Laine maybe gets a little more recognition in Winnipeg than Scheifele. I feel like Scheifele probably should get a little bit more, but it's always a lot of fun to watch him set up plays, and he's doing all the right things and leading by example in that way. He's a very good character guy as far as that goes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I saw that a lot of y'all put your lists down in the bottom of the comments. If you'd like to do that, just feel free. Thanks for watching.